Morning students, welcome to second session of 6th chapter, that is market. In today's session we will discuss two topics, that is classification of market, and second topic in this classification of market only, competition based market, in that perfect competition market. So let us start first, that is classification of market. Market is classified in many ways, like market based on location, time, form of product, quantity of product, control and competition. These are various types. Here in this chapter we will study market based on location, quantity and market based on competition. So let us start first, that is market based on location. There are four types of this market which is based on location. Number one, that is local market. Number two, regional market. Number three, national market, and fourth one is international market. Now let us discuss in detail. First, that is local market. The market where the products and services are produced and sold at the same place are called local markets. Here they are limited to respective city or village only. Example, that is market for vegetables, clay utensils, etc. Second market, that is regional market. When the selling of the products or services that is limited to a certain region or state, then that is called regional market. It means that the diverse markets in a state come under the category of regional market. These markets are spread in various regions of a state. For example, in Gujarat, markets in Ahmedabad and Vadodara, these are regional markets. Regional films, regional books, etc. These are the examples of regional market. Third, that is national market. When the products or services are purchased and sold throughout the country, then the market is called national market. This market that is spread throughout various states of the country, like dairy products, sari market, Hindi novels, etc. Last, that is international market. It is also called global market. This market is extended to various countries of the world. The sales and purchase in this market is generally, we call it import or export. Example, mobile phones, English movies, etc. Now, due to new inventions, better transportation and communication facilities, cold storage facilities, there is change in the classification based on the location and geographical area. The same items and services can be of both, that is regional as well as national market simultaneously. If I give example, Amul Dairy. Now Amul dairy products that is sold in Gujarat as well as in the whole country nowadays. The market based on quantity, that we can classify into two markets. Number one, that is wholesale market. Number two, that is retail market. What is wholesale market? Here, the sales and purchase of items that is done on a large scale. The wholesale traders buy the wholesale goods from the market and sell it to the retail traders. We can say because of this that wholesale traders, those are an important link between the buyers and the producers. If I give example of this wholesale market, that is wholesale grain market. Retail market. The sales and purchase are at a small scale in this market. Thus, the retail traders, they become an important link and provide the goods and services to the customers. The retail traders buy the goods and service large scale and then they sell them to the customers on a smaller or retail scale according to their demand and needs. And example of this retail market, all of us know these grocery shops or small shops. Those are the example of retail market. Third type, that is market based on competition. Normally, market based on competition is classified on the basis of number of sellers and buyers, of which the market of sellers is more important. Here the types are: number 1, perfect competition; number 2, that is imperfect competition, in which 3 are there. Number 1, that is monopoly; second, that is monopolistic competition; and third is oligopoly. So this way, 2 main types, that is perfect competition and imperfect competition. And in imperfect competition, again 3 types: monopoly, monopolistic competition and oligopoly. Now these 3 types we will discuss in detail in this chapter. So let us start with the first type, that is perfect competition market. Perfect competition market is an ideal market. It's only possible theoretically, not practically, except the agriculture sector. This market is rarely observed. In economics, the study of perfect competition market is very, very important, as this helps in understanding the characteristics and behavior of other market based on monopoly, monopolistic competition market, oligopoly, etc. Let us start with definition of perfect competition market. According to Professor Leftwich, perfect competition is a market system where there are many firms that sell identical products with no firm large enough that can influence the market price. Now this definition, it will be more clear when we discuss characteristics of perfect competition market. First characteristic, that is numerous buyers and numerous sellers. This market has large number of buyers as well as sellers. Of these numerous sellers, a single seller is a very small part of the market, due to which he cannot control or monopolize the wholesale market. Neither can he influence the market price. Example, in a wheat farm, the increase or decrease in production of a single farm will not affect the total production of the wheat. Thus, being a very small part of the market, the seller cannot influence the market price. Similarly, buyers also are numerous. So, they also cannot influence the market price. Therefore, here the market price that depends only on the factors like demand and supply of that product. Second characteristic, that is identical products. This is an important characteristic of perfect competition market. Identical products means the products having similar features, form, shape, color, taste, weight, quality, etc. The products being similar in major aspects are referred to as identical or similar products. Therefore, they can be taken as substitutes of each other. In this market, the products being identical, the producers or sellers cannot set different prices on the identical products, as the buyers are not ready to pay different prices for products having similar characters and quality. Third characteristic, that is free entry and exit of firms. Here in perfect competition market, there is no restriction on the entry and exit of the firms. When firms are gaining abnormal profits, new firms attracts and they enter the market. Similarly, when the firms are suffering from abnormal losses, they are free to exit the market. But this free entry and exit of the firms, that is seen for temporary time period. For a very short time, the firms enter in the market, being attracted by the profits, and exits from the market suffering losses. But for a longer time period, if the market is in the situation of normal profits, then there is less movement of firms, because when the industry reaches at a normal profit, there is no attraction to gain higher profits. And in the case of normal profits, the firm don't exit the market as they are not suffering any losses. Fourth characteristic, that is perfect knowledge of the market. The producers, buyers, sellers have the complete knowledge of the market, including product availability, product price, etc. The producers or sellers are in knowledge of the price at which the other producers or sellers are selling the product. They also are aware about the quality of the identical or substitute product. Thus, in this market, a seller cannot charge different prices for identical products. The buyers also know the price of the products and its quality, so that the seller cannot demand different prices from them. Thus, in a perfect competition market, the buyers, sellers, and producers are aware of the prices and the quality of the products, due to which the market has perfectly elastic demand curve. Next, that is mobility of factors of production. As we know, 4 factors of production are there: land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur. Now, these all 4 factors of production are dynamic and mobile in physical, professional, and usage point of view. In perfect competition market, the price is same for identical products. Similarly, the price, that is compensation of the factors, that is wages or salary, rent, interest or profit, that also remains same. to refrain from shifting of compensation from low to high due to dynamic and mobile nature of the production equipment, the firms are uniformly compensated. Last characteristic, that is no transportation expenses. There are numerous buyers and sellers in perfect competition market. The expenses of transportation are nominal as compared to the total expenses, so are not counted. Thus, considering the transportation expenses to be zero makes this an important characteristic of the perfect competition market. So these are 6 characteristics of perfect competition market. So this is an end of this session. See you in next session. Thank you.